Indie Wrestling Guy. With your hosts, the Hall of Fame referee, Jay Hawk, the not-so-mysterious benefactor, Jay Gold, and the legendary Charlie Butters.
Oh, we're back. Okay, so this weekend I watched the Raven Nevermore documentary, the one that he's heavily hyping on, like the Chris Van Vliet show and all that stuff.
I'd have watched it, but I didn't want to pay.
It's interesting. I rented it for like $4.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay $4 for like an hour video.
So
like,
it's worth it for the $4. No, it's 2 hours.
Oh, it's 2 hours.
It's long. And yeah. I'll say his life. He has some fascinating stories. They didn't. I don't think they dove very deep into any of the companies he worked for. So because he likes to talk about himself, but everybody loves him. Like everyone who they talk to, but there was a few like revelations that I never knew, which was when he was Johnny Polo, he was 20 years old in WWE, and Vince saw so much in him that he didn't see him as a wrestler, but he made him an executive producer, and he was the only person like on television who was getting health benefits stuff because he was a member of the front office. Basically, Vince hired him as a front office guy at 20 years old in the 90s when he was Johnny Polo, and he quit in 94 to go wrestle in ECW because he wanted to wrestle. He's not a guy. He doesn't. The coolest thing about him is he just doesn't give a shit about that. Like the politics. He just wants to wrestle, and he has ideas and he likes teaching and things like that. But
one thing you said, Josh, is that everybody loves him. I would like to point out that it's his documentary, so they're not going to have anybody talk shit about him on his documentary.
Well, it's funny you say that because there's plenty of people. Even Dreamer was like, him and I, we have our hot and cold, and he's like, and I think he's an asshole. And there's a lot of people who think he's very pompous and arrogant, but they still like respect him. He doesn't have a lack of respect in the business. It's not like people are like, fuck that dude, but
a lot of the guys want to talk to Young Ed about that. I don't know. I heard he was Young Ed.
Oh, well, he doesn't remember a lot. He's got tremors in his hand when he gets anxiety. And they did so many drugs. There was a story they told about Sandman overdosing in a car when Rhino was a rookie, and Rhino told Dreamer he'll never ride in a car with them again. And Sandman, what was it? Freebasing 80 milligrams of like Oxycontin, and then his heart stopped, and they hit him in the chest, with the needle. And as soon as he like came to life, he ran back to EC. He was driving there, and he was going to be late, and he runs in the door, and he goes, "They Pulp Fiction my ass" when he walks in the door. Then he managed to wrestle a show after being in the hospital, after being dead, basically. And Rhino was like, he's mostly dead, and he's like, I'm never going to drive with these guys again. So there were some really good stories, like really cool revelations. Just as far as Raven, they didn't get deep into like they didn't rehash for the 8 millionth time ECW. They did talk about the Dreamer and Raven feud, which I didn't know how deep it went because I've never been that big of a historian on that feud. I wasn't a big fan of it, but there was amazing. Raven was the head writer for ECW for all those years. He was a writer and executive producer at WWF in the 90s. He did TNA work. He did MLW work. Basically they were just showing kind of like how he's touched wrestling and yet he gets literally zero, like nothing he's put into it has come back to him, basically. Like that's kind of the documentary. It's like he was this, he never got the title at the top in WWF. He did this, he never got any recognition in WCW except because of this like caste system, when the NWO was there. He went to WWE the second time, they had nothing for him just to put him through, hardcore matches and stuff. He went to TNA.
I mean, he was on the cover of a video game in WCW.
Only because the guy who made the video game was a fan of his.
So that's still awesome.
Yeah, he said it too. They said to him, he goes, all the boys said I had to suck a dick for it. And I was like, okay. And he goes, nope. He goes, I didn't have to do that. He goes, I just knew one of the guys who created the game was a fan of mine. So that's all it was.
Yeah, like Hogan, Goldberg, Nash, and Raven.
Hogan, Goldberg, Nash, and Raven. It's crazy.
One of the thing is not like the other.
You know what? I didn't think anything of it in the 90s when the game came out, though.
No, when you're in the moment, especially pre-social media when not everything scrutinized.
Yeah, I mean it. But the game is one of the best ever, and when you think of that game, you think Raven on the cover, and you're like, holy crap, Raven is on the cover of a game. It's unbelievable. They did talk about the crucifixion angle with Sandman and how angry Kurt Angle was. And the way Raven tells stories, it's great because it never sounds like it got out of hand. Raven's just like, yeah, there was Angle and he was heated. And it was like, really? I heard he walked out. I was like, I never want to be a part of this again. Like,
did you ever hear Sandman talk about
he
that?
He told it on the show too. In this, yeah, it's great.
I can't come back yet, Paulie. It's not Easter.
He did. Yeah, he Sandman was a big part of the documentary. Lodi was a big part of the documentary. I didn't really realize Lodi and him had but apparently Lodi and Raven did so many drugs together. And that was like all the stories and he just there wasn't anything from like anybody like super big. It was like Jericho, DDP, Lodi, Dreamer, Sandman, and I think that's about it. Like they show it takes place in like 2023, like because there were still COVID masks, so maybe 22. They were, I think that's when it started. They were filming him at the ECW arena for MLW, so it was fun. It's a good watch. It's a really easy watch, and it just he's an interesting guy. It just he's never going to be in the Hall of Fame. I think he doesn't. I think he knows it. People said he should be, but I don't think he'll ever get there.
Got some time on your hands, Josh. You need to go on YouTube and watch The Secrets of the Ring with Raven. They have all of them up on there. You can watch them all. Yeah. Talks about how to be a heel, how to be a face, the whole 9 yards. And they're a couple hours each. It's pretty interesting. He really dives into the psychology of it.
There's a great bit in it where he's showing Jacob Fatu when he was still in MLW. Like they were running a spot with Ricky Shane Page, Akira, a few other guys in masks, and they were all beating up Jacob Fatu, and he's showing him how if Jacob, while he's getting beat down, instead of like this just mob, like instead of them mugging him right away, he gives it some space where he's like elbowing, gets out, and then Ricky Shane Page is kind of like overseeing it, and he'll throw a chair at his face, and it just made so much more sense than what they had going. So like you imagine how he sets up a match. And I would never we talk about wrestling all day long, and Jayhawk does his thing. I've never seen or like taken in the psychology as well as when you listen to Raven tell you like why it would make more sense if you did it like that. And so that was like a very cool part of the documentary.
Raven's always been one of them guys that like he always had that mind for wrestling. He always he talked about when he did all that Sunday Night Heat run where like he basically was like in charge of Sunday Night Heat, and he wrote all the storylines for that.
Yeah.
He's always been one of those guys like MLW is perfect for him, to use that because like how they are
that was years ago. I don't think he's still there because he had a heart attack and he has like stuff in his heart that he can't take bumps anymore. So who knows? They said like the Raven character was so deep in backstory that even most of the guys around were like, I don't even know where that came from. Like he had stuff back there for every feud he was going to do. Because they even said he brought in Beulah, he brought in Francine, he brought in Kimona Wanalea. There were all these dudes and women who he brought in with him who he thought were valuable for ECW, and they all made sense in Blue Meanie. He created the Blue Meanie gimmick. That was his gimmick. I mean, he created the Nova gimmick. Like that, that's insane.
They can't all be winners.
I thought Nova was great. I very much enjoyed him. Yeah.
I like Nova. I actually got next to Nova when he did a signing up here a few years ago.
Yeah. I
was running like the table next to him, and he and I were just talking like the entire time when he didn't have people. He actually got a really good mind for psychology too.
Yeah, the Simon Dean thing, that was the mess. The Nova thing wasn't as bad as the Simon Dean mess. But anyway, that was a fun watch for the last couple days. Just to get that out there, because I'm still dying for that nostalgia. I liked watching those old videos of Dreamer and Raven and things like that. So
you should watch the Wrestlers, the documentary. I think it's like 6 or 7 parts that Vice did. It's on Tubi. That's really good too. Ethan Page is in it. They touch on Austin Theory when he was coming up, and like then they go to Stardom, and like there's like Tony Storm and Zaya Brookside, and like all the big independent women's wrestling names are like big names in AEW now. They were all in that documentary talking about like all the Stardom girls and everything. It's insane.
That's cool. I'll probably check that out. It's a really
good episode. It's definitely worth checking out. I watch it like once a year because it's just so interesting.
It's good for you too. You get your mind going for
yeah, dude. It sucks not having access to like old ECW and that stuff like from the network. I mean, I know that there's like the server that has like all the ECW with the old music put back in, and I could go and find that and watch stuff on it. But it's like having stuff easily accessible at my fingertips, and like ROH easily accessible. Like I try to find stuff on YouTube to watch, to go back and watch and kind of like get ideas for stuff. But like,
yeah, it's great. Old ECW was the blueprint for so much, and the stories, and they showed the side by sides of the gimmicks ECW is running it on the bigger scale what WWE did because they were stealing so much from them. Mm-hmm. Raven said, he goes, I didn't care. He goes, what do they say? Imitation's the finest form of flattery. So he was okay with it, which is just a strange, just knowing he was hired by Vince, as a young guy to work with him is crazy to me. I mean, I don't know. I can't think that's absolutely insane. So
yeah, Raven once said he actually liked being the producer of the All-American show, but he convinced them to do a classic match every week and they gave him to keep going to the library and just watch old shit.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating, but it's a good watch, and it's sort of related for what we'd like here at Indie, at the Indie Wrestling Guide, but it was a good documentary.
I don't think it was, but if that's what you think, Jake, no, I'm messing with you.
I like a good documentary too. I'm watching one about some husband who killed his wife and kids from 2020 right now. So more docs.
Oh boy, Josh. Are the dogs in the enclosed pool area? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Right.
Not that one. Not watching that one yet.
Yeah.
So one of our Patreon subs sent me a message today and was like, "You cheap bastards, where are my trading cards at?"
Oh boy.
And I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. Some guy named John hadn't gotten his cards back to me yet, so I haven't sent out any cards yet because Patreon members get all autographed cards."
Yeah. Was it Andrew?
It was not Andrew, but I did talk to Andrew today. It was Zach. He was, but at the same time, Zach, I had messaged him about like his dog had passed away last year.
Yeah,
and I told him that I think he should adopt 2 smaller dogs and like 3 to 4 cats. And he agreed, and he said that his wife Allison has been looking like a lot lately, and they're probably going to do it in spring. And I was like, so I gave them a bunch of names, and then I was like, but make sure they're shelter dogs and cats because you want to give them the forever home. You don't want to,
mm-hmm.
you want to help out with that. And but they agreed that they're gonna get a bunch of animals, and I was just like, so I could go down there and babysit them when they go on vacations.
That's amazing. You distracted him for the fact that he didn't get his cards.
Well, how he sends out that newsletter that you got. I didn't get one.
Oh,
he didn't send me one. So no, so he forgot to send me one, and I forgot about sending cards. So like I got a hold of John today, and he said he's going to send them out tomorrow. So
you tell that motherfucker he better send his cards in because people are clamoring for the J Gold card. And it needs to come out.
You're sending them out anyway. I'm surprised you didn't send everybody on the list cards already.
I gave everybody cards, actually. Everybody.
I know you did.
Andrew already has one. Let's see. I sent one to Derek and Katie, so they got theirs.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had a bunch bootleg. We could get more than the 50 that you normally give everybody.
Bootleg them. I photocopied them and then I taped them together and sent out the rest. Oh. I got so many, I didn't know what to do with them. So I was at a friend's house for New Year's Eve, and I put them all over his house in front of pictures of his family.
Oh, Jesus.
So they're everywhere.
He's flying the town like you're trying to get, like you're trying to draw a crowd.
Exactly, papering. Yep. Oh.
Sure, every member of the Main Event Network probably was sent one as well.
No, I didn't get. I have to send one to GBH, and Kyle already has the cracked ice one. So
he pulled a cracked ice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Two Legs pulled a cracked ice of
Pedro.
No, the Pedro's still out there. he pulled up cracked ice of Jeff Steele.
Nice. I bet he was pumped about that. He's a Jeff Steele fan.
He was pretty happy, man. Like, he asked if I like set it up that way. I'm like, no, man. I just made sure that like the first wave of ones that went out had the cracked ice because I was missing autograph ones. So like I had like a certain set amount that got mixed up, and what went out went out because I couldn't. Who could have planned giving Kyle you a cracked ice version of you and you're his co-host? Like, that's too perfect. And it would have definitely been weird if I was like setting that shit up, but like that was very much I mixed them all up. That what got sent out. So, so they exist. We're low on the series one. Like when the next series comes out and like all the like, so we'll have 2 series to sell to a lot of people at the shows this summer. Series 4 is going to make everybody want to buy the older series so that they have the complete sets. And they're going to run out quick. So I know there's a handful of people that made sure they got their cards already, but people are going to miss out. They're going to miss out on the series 1s, and I'm not reprinting them. So there's 100. So you might have to go get them off the wrestler individually, track them down. But
that's right.
I do still have a few. No.
Yeah, I don't have yours autographed at all, so I got to get some yours autographed.
You didn't autograph any, Jayhawk?
I autographed the one I needed autograph for the Patreon. That was good. Like all they asked me to do.
Yeah, this is before we were throwing them in random sets, I believe, or there might have been at least one random in the sets, but I don't have a personal one autographed. So
when I went to see Avatar with Andrew, I gave him a signed one too. So. He'll have at least we're satisfying that one. Yes,
so
2 of them. He can give one to his wife, and they can have them in their house together.
Does your daughter have one? Does she try to trade them with her Pokemon cards to her friends?
she actually, that one she has in her bedroom. She keeps it on the desk, but the Pokemon card she has traded some of those away. She does have a really large wrestling card collection, so I fit right in. That's right.
Anything else you need to talk about before we get into shout outs?
Nothing I can think of.
Oh, our basketball team won this weekend. Yes.
Oh, nice.
26-15. So we got a squad this year. So go figure.
You're already doing better than football.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. Yep. We got another one on Saturday. So who knows?
Shout out Zach, Paul, and Bagelmonger. And of course, shout out to Patty.
Hey, Patty.
Hello.
Patty said she's going to be by herself at the February AIW show in Youngstown. Jeremy won't be there, so she asked if I would be her backup. I said, yeah, I will dial 911 for her if it's too severe.
I was going to say, what are you going to do? Sit there with the needle and thread and sew somebody's face up.
Yeah, I'll look at it and be like, that doesn't look good. You should probably go to the hospital. Professional advice.
Yeah. What is happening here? You just shake your head.
I mean, on the break guy, there's one not too far from the venue. So
that's good. There should always be a hospital nearby.
What's on this weekend?
We have a GTW doubleheader Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to focus on the Sunday show, January 18th, 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central from Wichita, Kansas. GTW presenting Crime Wave. Alias Kogar defending the GTW World title against Priscilla Kelly. Also on the lineup, Vengador versus Samurai Del Sol. Oro versus Jordan Oliver, Shotzi Blackheart versus KJ Orko, and much, much more.
That's not bad at all.
Did you guys see that like they're going to there's like a counter programming for the GCW collective this year?
Yeah.
In Vegas?
By West Coast Pro. Yeah.
West Coast Pro, Action.
They have their own collective.
Good. They're calling it the Initiative.
Good. Call it whatever you want. Get something other than the same 5 GCW shows that are just boring as sin. It's going to be great. We should get Matt Griffin on before WrestleMania so we can ask him about the card and stuff and how that all came to be.
I need to talk to him about his like shows that he's run that are like co-promoted with AEW.
Yeah, you should find out what's going on. We should get him on.
Yeah, and I love the graphic for the Action show that WrestleMania weekend. Did you see that yet?
No.
It's called "We Blew the Graphic." We gambled away the graphic budget or something like that. So half of it looked professional, and the other half of it looked like it's fucking hand drawn.
Oh, I like that.
Great.
That's fun. Well, over on the Indie Wrestling Television Network, on Friday, the 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern, Limitless Wrestling presents the Limitless Rumble 2026. There's only three matches total on the card. One is Ortiz and Eddie Kingston versus Starstruck. Then the Limitless Championships on the line. Champion Desmond Big Boof Cole versus Donovan Dijak, along with Sidney Bacabella. And then the Limitless Rumble. So, and there's not a lot of details on the Rumble.
Disappeared for a hot minute.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. I haven't seen him at ETU. I haven't seen him in a while. He was really hot, and then he hurt himself, and who knows? But he's defending that title against Dijak, and that's on Friday night at 7:00 on the Independent Wrestling Television Network.
Isn't that the same show that MJF is on?
He's on a Limitless show?
I believe so. He's on that. I think Hook's going to be there.
Oh, they don't have anything advertised at all.
No, it's supposed to be defending the title against Alec Price, I think.
Yeah, Alec Price dropped that promo. Yeah.
Yeah, assuming MJF still has the bout after Wednesday, it's depending on Dynamite, but
I don't understand. They don't have anything. They don't have anything
right now on their Twitter.
Oh, I didn't see it on the.
It's IWTV for you, not updating their shit.
That's right, Jerry. That's on you.
And by the way, when at Gunik, I called that announcement, I put it in the group chat. So you have to have seen it.
You did, yeah. That's why I thought that's what we were talking about. Was that same show? I was making sure I knew it was Limitless, but I didn't know if it was the Rumble or not.
Yeah, this is from Lewiston, Maine. Yep, Hook's there. You're right. Wow.
Come on, Jayhawk. You know that you guys look at this last minute and put it together. It's fine. I don't complain, but maybe we should start going over it before we go on the air.
Yeah, I like the feel of it. It's more. That
way we know everything that's going on the show.
I actually came prepared this time. I knew
you did, because I bitched him out how many times about, well, Fight says they have nothing. Well, GCW says they have shows, so.
and in fairness, Triller actually did put it up like an hour before he started recording.
they finally heard you. Like, oh my gosh.
We should advertise sometimes. Yeah, all right. Well, that's what we got for this week. So pay attention on Friday night if you want to watch something fun.
Doing a review.
All right, and this week we are going to be reviewing ETU Nowhere to Hide, the Year 4 celebration. The show playing December 7, 2025 at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. An interesting lineup on paper and some interesting things happen over the course of the show. I think it'll be fun to go over.
Yeah, and I'm a homer because these are my guys, but we had our problems with the last show. It went very long. This one I felt the pacing was right, and I thought that the matches delivered. So we'll talk about it, but definitely a different vibe than the last show where they had like 9 or 10 matches. So
yeah, and with the intermission cut out here about 2.5 hours,
easy to watch. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't bad. There was a lot of I don't know, just like there was a different vibe to the show. And plus I avoided spoilers pretty well. So even for like the main event surprise, like I didn't know who it was. So like it was fun all around. And like even some of the other surprises during the show, I didn't know happened. So it was cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. As always, Jack Gulliman and Alex Marino doing the commentary for this. They did a great job as usual. No complaints about the commentary at all. Our opening contest, one fall with a 20-minute time limit. It was Conan Lycan taking on Braden Toon.
Now I was supposed to go to this show, and my kid ended up coming home late from this thing she was at, so I was really pissed because I'm a huge fan of both of these guys. I think they have a lot. We don't see enough Braden Toon and Conan Lycan on the indies. There's just not enough. I think they're both hell of good wrestlers. I think Toon was working on a busted wheel. So it made it even more impressive that he gutted out a match against the size of Conan Lycan. And I think both of these guys have a very bright future. And I know Toon is only like 21 years old, 22 years old. So he's got a long future to go in the indies.
Yeah, I want to give Braden Toon a lot of credit. Well, a lot of times a guy coming with an injury like that, and the guy in the back will be like, well, my knee hurt, don't go after the knee. And he's like, no, work my fucking knee. Like, make that the story of the match.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love it.
I felt bad for him. You could see like the wincing on his face because he was doing moonsaults and they were throwing each other all over the venue. Like I felt terrible for him because you could just see every step he was in pain.
It makes for a nice simple story. You don't have to go real long with it. I question anybody doing a destroyer in the opening match. It's the fucking opening match, and they don't give everything away early. But I mean, beyond that, though, I got no complaint.
Yeah, just two big bodies. They don't have to be the tallest, but they were two thick dudes just smashing into each other. So it was definitely a good way to open up the match, open up the night. Stop laughing, Butters.
Saw you dudes smashing each other. Thought you were watching that fucking hockey show on HBO.
It was Braden Toon getting the win with a roll up and 840 kick.
Yeah, he used his quickness, man. He was like rolling around the ring real quick and fucking caught him with a roll up real quick.
Yep.
All right, our second matchup, we've got the Shooter Boy of Aaron Ortiz and Anthony Vecchio taking on Smash and Burn of Ricky Prake and friend of the show, Junie Underwood. And the story here is that in order for Becca to be on the show, she put in her rider that the Shooter Boy or her backup singer and backup dancer had to be on the card.
Yep.
They touch. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that quite a bit, and I enjoyed this match quite a bit. Looking fun.
Dude, the Shooter Boys, okay, are Creative Pro grads. I think they're like 18. It's crazy how young these guys are and how far that they have come so quickly to be on so many indies on the East Coast. And they're a good team. They're definitely a good team. And when they're in Creative Pro, they're the most white meat. They wear singlets, these like light blue singlets, and they're as baby face as you can get. And then here, they're like Becca's goons. And it's great. They work both sides very well. It's very impressive. And Junie is just awesome. The two of them. Did you see that woman, that old lady who was screaming, cursing out the Shooter Boys? What the hell was that?
Yeah. I just appreciate everybody having their name on their gear so I can keep track of who's who if I don't already know.
I was looking at the old lady most of the time. Next time I go to the Mecca, I'm going to be like, is the old lady here? I want to sit with her.
It's like when you're an old timer now, you're like, oh, I appreciate they have their names on their gear. That's can't keep up with all these guys just flying around there. They all look alike to me.
It's hard, there's a lot of name. It's hard when you don't have like a really concise name. There's just a lot of name going on. You got to remember.
Now, in fairness, even Alyssa Marino is like, Junie and Prike really do look a lot alike. There's some twin magic going on here. But it's not just fucking me.
Oh, well. They also look like they were wearing Alec Price and Jordan Oliver's tights. That's the same color scheme.
Yeah, Kane Baker, the guy.
Everybody can wear orange and purple. It's fine.
I know. I was just saying, like at one point, if you weren't paying attention to the show and you glanced over, you'd be like, "Oh, it's Buster in the Brain." So but
they don't look alike like that. Jesus,
just looking at trunks wise, colors. But yeah, it was a fun match, and the Shooter Boys have come a very long way.
Oh, you're counting like tag right now. Only I can wear the orange and black.
No, I'm not saying they can't wear it. I'm saying I get confused. It has nothing to do with them. It's all on me. Okay.
All right, but fun little match here. The finish was not great.
No, it was supposed to be basically another roll up with feet on the ropes and the feet.
And they got and not only did they botch the roll up, they didn't get the feet on the rope.
Yeah.
And it's been the illegal man, which that by itself not that big a deal, but
that's on the ref.
At that point, who cares?
No. I'm just saying, I wanted to see if you were going to get fired up.
No, it is what it is. The way the finish went down, I was just glad the shoulders were actually down. To be honest with you,
right.
It's also when you got four guys doing all that stuff, it's really easy to forget who the legal man is too. But
that's true.
And from there, we've got a match nearly a year in the making here. No disqualification. Becca against Janai Kai. And we do get a conquer from Becca during her entrance, which was a nice touch.
She knows, she has her gimmick down. She knows what she wants to do. But yeah, this was, who said it online? Court Bauer, who said he thought it was a shoot, brother, where they were shooting on each other. I mean, I will say they were really snug. And I talking to some people I know, I was told Becca's eardrum was popped by a Janai Kai slap, and because Becca threw a big forearm at Janai's face. So in the beginning, they were really throwing hard on each other, and I was very uncomfortable for the first like 3 minutes watching them. They were beating the shit out of each other for a good. In the beginning, it didn't. Becca was moving and she was like grabbing her ear because I think her ear was popped, and she was trying to find her like balance. And Janai's behind her, kicking her, pushing her forward on the floor. Like they were beating the crap out of each other until it got in the ring and you got a rhythm going.
I was getting dinner in the crock pot ready, and I was singing the Becca theme song and stuff like that. So I didn't even realize that happened.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't Homicide and Steve Carino or anything like that. I don't think, but
it looks. But Janai likes to get hit, so she was probably digging it.
Yeah, that's it. Janai likes it snug anyway, so like I think people read too much into it when it happened.
Of course.
I will say I like the fact that they each had their own nunchuck and Becca actually looked like microphones on the end. That was fucking great.
By the way, shout out to our pal Bagelmonger because it's my understanding that he is the creator of the microphone nunchucks, and they now reside in his daughter's room. So there you go.
Did they both sign it for her?
Probably. But the nunchuck slap that Janai gave to Becca was sick. Like that, she hit her once. There was a big pop when she got her right in the side. So that was, I thought that whole thing was great, hilarious.
Yeah, I mean they had to do something because this match has been like building for a while, and it's not happened a couple times when it's supposed to, and it's like finally they're finally getting it, and so they had to go all out. So this felt like it lived up to what we've been waiting for. So
yeah,
for sure.
The Shooter Boy interfered liberally until it started to backfire. Janai Kai with a superplex through a door bridge for the pin in 13:28. Then we go to the Show Me Series 4-corner survival match. Shimbashi, Cammy Diaz, Angelo Carter, and Devious Cat. Dragon Gate rules in effect, which are basically lucha rules, so only two are supposed to be legal, but there's no tag needed. If somebody goes to the floor, someone else can come in.
I definitely need an IW Guide Show Me Series match this year. Let me send some names out there. I'll impress. I know they'll impress.
I mean, I have to say, this I think was my match of the night. There were two that were right up there, but if you were going to go in order, I would probably say this one's right up at the top. Shimbashi is awesome. Sammy Diaz, now that I've seen him on Cultivate and back and on ETU, what a professional. I've seen Angelo Carter all over the place in Creative Pro and a bunch of places in New York. So I am not surprised with his prowess in there. I forgot the other kids. Oh, Devious Cass. He's been climbing the ropes, like climbing the rungs at ETU and I think JCW and things. This was a great match. You could put this one on anywhere.
It was gross.
Yeah. It was too far. Wasn't it too far?
Shimbashi ate a lot of that.
Yep.
It was not good. There was one point where Shimbashi hit like two moves and then just didn't go for a pin. He just started like dicking around with the crowd and like just showboating, and I'm just like, what why? And I mean, it went on for like a good minute and a half. I'm just like, you didn't try to pin the guy. The commentary didn't even pick up on it to like say like he's dumb for not trying to pin him because it's a scramble. Like there was nobody else around. He could have literally pinned the guy, but that'd have been it. But he was like too busy dicking around.
I will say, Jack and what's her? I keep forgetting her name.
Alyssa Marino.
Alyssa Marino. They could at some points they were calling him Shimbashi, and some points they called him Shimbashi, and I just wanted to be like, it's just Shimbashi. You can hear him yelling it. He yells Shimbashi, and like that's how you say it. But that was the only criticism I have at all. But this match is right up there. Like it was a lot of fun, and the fans ate it up.
That looked like a lot of fun. Devious Cat getting the win with the best Phoenix ever, an 1140 kick. The crowd chant, all the guy. And then Gaia Broda comes out and lay out everybody like the Circa 2000 WPW Cruiserweight match.
Oh man, it was fantastic. I like seeing that type of stuff, but I felt bad because those guys put on a massive match, and then they had to eat a beating from Isaiah Broner. So, yeah.
That gotta be Broner easiest payday ever, too.
Yeah.
Come out, beat up a bunch of guys for like a minute, and then just go to the back and don't be king the rest of the night.
I mean, fantastic. Come on out, beat the hell out of 4 guys who just put on a great match, and then walk out and just screw them kids. Good stuff.
All right, so we came back from intermission. We were supposed to have a match.
But by the way, sorry, Jayhawk. By the way, this means they're going to see more Broner. That's what it means in ETU, which is also, selfishly, it's great.
Yeah, so we were supposed to have a match coming out of intermission with Gabby Ford against Gata Steele. Gata Steele was not cleared to compete. So we get the no pin weight challenge. Try to say that 3 times fast.
No pin weight, no pin weight, no pin weight.
Nope
Suck
and
my
wait.
dick, Jayhawk.
You're not my type, butter.
Nope and wait.
But it's an open challenge that is initially answered by Journey Burke Esquire. Got to make sure to pay the Esquire, otherwise you're completely screwing it up.
I like the dark Nomi, the Nomi who doesn't wear like the big bright, gnome green trunks. I like the black trunks. I think she's taking that. You can take her a lot more seriously. She also looks like she kind of toned down on the muscle, and she's a lot more like athletic looking lately. I think she's been working on how she looks. Gabby Ford is probably top 3 indie women wrestlers for me, and also someone I would pay to see if they were on a card, because she just goes out there and does that.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on women's bodies on this podcast.
It's not weird. On the body. They're athletes. You can say, instead of being like, there are athletes who go, okay, I'm going to cut my weight instead of looking so muscular. I'm going to cut down to more athletic. That's all it is. I'm not being a perv. I'm noticing things because that's our job, is to see how these athletes perform. It's not a perv thing. I swear to God.
Jared, I'm going to leave it up to you. Is it a perf thing or not? You are the tiebreaker here.
If you're talking about how their body scooped them for the athletic competition, I think it's okay.
Thank you.
But at the same time, I'm not going to be the one to say that the women should not be offended for Jago talking about their body, because I do not know what triggers they have.
These are positive things. I'm not talking negatively about her at all. I'm saying she's my favorite. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
I've just busted your balls.
Son of a
bitch. To fucking do it to you.
Yeah, if you're talking about it in the context of an athletic competition, I think it's fine. It's those assholes that look at Jordan Drake and say a bunch of shit because she's muscular. They don't like it. Well, it doesn't fucking matter if you like it or not. Shut the fuck up.
Fine. All right.
Now, can we talk about fucking wrestling now?
Gabby, I'm a big fan. I'm not. No negativity, my friend. No negativity. Anyway, more wrestling. Let's go.
Now I want to talk about gas station dick pills and Four Loko again.
Well,
we call that the Dillinger combo right there.
It's like a hot tag for your wiener. I'm sorry.
It is.
Well, Gabby Forza does the Oklahoma
Stampede
tag for whatever that is. No, it's not. Listen, can we move on? Talk about the match.
I'm talking about the fucking match.
I'm trying.
Gabby pinned Burke with what looked like a Michinoku driver and Kevin 27.
That was a good one too. It looked good. It definitely looked good.
She looked back to the locker room and go, "Get that all you got? Well, be careful what you wish for, Gabby. Because you've got a second match now, and you're taking on Jocelyn Navarro."
Outstanding. And I was glad to see Jocelyn too. I love to see Broner and Jocelyn.
It figures they would show up on a show that Josh isn't at. So
Yep. You're 100% right. All Andrew did the whole time was texting me, telling me what an idiot I am. So Yep. I got it. The Ohio crew is all in effect. But yeah, Jocelyn, good appearance. Gave Gabby a good match, and Jocelyn hits hard, and I like that. So definitely a good match.
Yeah, and Gabby gets the pin with the spear in 624. So 2 matches, 2 wins. Building up some momentum for 2026. Our semi-final match of the evening, it is a no time limit grudge match. Cam Holloway against Joshua Bishop. Bishop attacks before the bell, demands that this become a Ridgeville Park street fight, and Struggle is like, yeah, go for it. And so they fight on the floor for like 5 minutes, and then they forget to ring the bell when they get in the ring.
So the match never officially happened.
A Ridgefield Park street fight. Yep.
No,
the match apparently happened, paying out the winner.
That's the special because the bell never rang. That's part of the Ridgefield Park. Is
right. Right.
They forget the basic stuff.
Yeah, I for a second there, I thought Butter was running the commentator's table.
Good shit.
I will say
that'll pop one person, Porter O'Shea. That's it.
Listen, that's all that matters. Sometimes you're playing to an audience of one. Sometimes, but I will say they beat the hell out of each other, and that DDT where Bishop was thrown over the stage, and he did like he did like a Dukes of Hazzard over the stage and was landed on his feet, and then caught Sam and gave T was awesome. That's awesome. Two giants doing that. Cam trying to basically do a Superman dive over the rail and getting caught that DDT over the ramp. I mean, getting caught that DDT. Yep.
Yeah,
Cam was bleeding from the nose, before they ever got in the fucking ring.
Yep.
It was insane.
They used everything under the ring. My contacts over there said the boys just wanted to destroy everything, and that's what they did. They destroyed everything. So that's great.
Know your contact was Andrew because you told us he was texting you throughout the.
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm just saying. I'm a journalist. I don't like to give away my sources.
Who are you, Larry Flint? You gonna tell us the samurais who told you?
But these guys, if they had it in their arsenal, they tried to use it. They're fighting for cushion on the top rope. Cam chokeslammed Bishop through the remnant of a broken door, and then he flew 3/4 of the way across the fucking ring for an elbow. Like I've impressive as Cam has always been. I could not believe he got that far. I'm like, he can't jump from there. He's gonna miss. No, he did not.
I thought he was trying for the splash, and he came short, so he turned it into an elbow.
Maybe. I mean, either way,
that ETU ring is tiny for Sam. Sam's used to them 20 by 20s now.
I mean that is fair, but at the same time, like a guy should not be able to jump that far.
Hear that, Sam? You're not allowed to do that.
I should not be able to. I didn't say wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
2 weeks when you come on, you can confront Jayhawk about that.
Yeah. Say, what's your problem, man?
Hey, man, if you're going to be retiring this year, you got to take a choke bomb from Sam. You got to take everybody's finishers on the way out, brother.
I want to retire. I don't want to die.
Get all your bump card bumps in since you're not going to be able to take any for the next 5 years. Just get them all in this year. Just take them all.
By the way, it was brought to my attention while we were recording that Shadow Wrestling Alliance is doing a perv show in Nutley, New Jersey called Rompe Corazones. It's all women. It's a perv show. 6 o'clock on February 28th. I may have to go.
Okay, they have to have done that on purpose. A perv show in Nutley.
Saturday night, February 28th. There's nothing stopping me. Just air an opportunity, baby. I got to go to this perv show. Oh boy!
I mean, you are the resident perv on the on the podcast.
Boy. I wonder if everyone's getting paid for that one.
Josh is going to go there and just talk about their athletic bodies the whole time.
So stupid.
You might do commentary for them.
It's so stupid. I made a very good point. I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just making a point.
They come to the back and he just stands there and shakes his head and fucking with a pen and fucking piece of paper writes something down and shakes his head at him and just says, None
of that is true. None. Next.
Well, next is the main event. It is a 5-on-5 elimination match. The expected Alec Price, Austin Luke, Gabriel Sky, Akuro Kwan, and Matt Mako taking on Team ETU, Jay Bougie, Marcus Mather, Pretty Boy Smooth, Jordan Oliver as a substitute for Ken Broadway, and then the mystery fifth man, Donovan Dijak.
Which I was shocked. And he came out with 3 belts.
Mm-hmm.
3 belts.
An MLW belt was there.
Yeah, he came out with 3 titles, and then he was pinned, was he not?
Yep. He was.
So he rocked all those belts, came out to the ring, and got pinned. That's like a taboo. I was told that you don't do that. That's why the IW Guide belt does not appear at shows when the champion is going to get pinned.
Right. I was very, very surprised with the matchup in general. I kind of knew, the way the gimmick is going, I kind of knew who was going to win it. Like, I knew you had to give the expected their own show for a night. Like they just had to get one. So
yeah, so we didn't bring that up actually. The stipulation was if the expected win, they get to control one future show. But if they lost, they would have to completely disband. And they gave away the finish.
Out. So it's like sold out.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and that stipulation gave away the finish, which is the only thing I don't like about that. But I mean, at the same time, it is a good story.
So I think that they need to get rid of the ramp and have steps like they had at the sold out show. Instead of a ramp to the ring, they just had steps, which were a bitch to navigate for the wrestlers. And they have to have their own special referees. And I think Jayhawk should be one of the referees for the expected.
Agree. See, now I agree. Yes, definitely. Jayhawk as a referee, like the evil Nick Patrick referee.
Yeah.
February
let's make it happen, Shrugs. Let's get the carload of
bring in Jayhawk, Bishop, and Sam and Broner and Joss and Jayhawk, and Jayhawk will sit in the middle of Bishop and Sam in the back of the car. I
like that you think that they all drove. Like I know for a fact that there were 2 carloads there. There was not 1 carload. I'm kidding.
Listen, I just like to envision that the Ohio guys all come in together. And they all just start.
They took a tour bus together.
Yeah, they're singing. They're eating.
Almost Famous.
Yes,
they just sing a Tiny Dancer on the way there.
Yeah, we're just gonna paint the butt tie dye, be a fucking Partridge Family on the way to the goddamn show.
I think it's a great idea. But
whatever happened to the bus that Mike Awesome had?
Oh man,
just get that bus.
Whatever happened to Sam looking like Mike Awesome? He's leaning into the Diesel look instead of the Mike Awesome look.
Well, so, when your mentor for WWID is the 1-2-3 Kid, you kind of go with his fellow running mates, brother.
I get it, but it's there, Sam. If you need it, it's still there. So like if you have to go back to something, the Mike Awesome gimmick would work still well for you.
But he's not. He doesn't. I mean, he does the dive over the ropes. That's it. He's not Mike Awesome. Bishop is the Mike Awesome. He does all the crazy power bombs. He had the match with Tanaka that they did all the crazy shit.
Yeah.
That like once Thorne kind of said that, I was like, you know what, it's true. Like, yeah, he looks the part, but he doesn't wrestle the part. Like he does one move, and I don't think that makes him awesome. But I mean, it does make him awesome, but not Mike Awesome.
Clip that. Yeah.
Oh shit. I think that's a smart move. You bring in Jayhawk to be the expected's referee.
Right.
We could get a little carload with Zay Garcia, a couple, maybe some Shelby Wilder, bring the cowboy out. Another crowd will love a cowboy.
I mean, I think it's the Mecca is ready for the cowboy. I do think
they are. I think they're ready for the cowboy. I think they're ready for Puerto Rican Dynamite.
I mean, we see Puerto Rican Dynamite at the Mecca every day, so it's.
I think you need another piece, brother. I'm telling you.
I get it.
Plus, I need to film stuff with him in New York City after, so we got to go to the bodegas.
Well, I think it was good that Jay Bougie ate the last pin because he was like the last hope of ETU. He is the blood of ETU. So
right.
I like that he was the last pin, and they draped the flag over his face, and they literally beat him half to death to pin him. So that was good.
Yeah, I like the fact that they acknowledge that Plankin and Oliver do Team Elder Plankin when they faced off at the beginning. I was pleasantly surprised that Oliver didn't turn on Team ETU. He's kind of a last second replacement. Like, you really didn't have loyalty to ETU, essentially.
So it could have been like one of those things. I think it was like a red herring where you expected it and they actually didn't do it. So
yeah, I'm pleasantly
I definitely thought that way too. I was like, oh man, that last minute, like, yeah, that makes sense. And then they didn't do it. I was like, okay, cool. Like maybe don't expect the unexpected. Or something. I don't know. There's a fun pun in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Or maybe they figured people would expect it, and that's why they didn't do it.
Exactly. Struggles is just fucking throwing out inspected shit all over the place and alrighty. Anyway.
Yeah, and the elimination matches are really hard to make bad. You can tell so many different stories depending on how you want the eliminations to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people expected when it got down to 3-on-1 that Jay Bougie maybe wasn't going to win it, but he was going to at least eliminate somebody, if not two, make it get down to 1-on-1. No, He didn't. The numbers game took him out.
Nope.
Yep.
It made sense. Everything made perfect sense. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the expected in their promo kind of kept her in head. You think we're just doing one night? Kind of hinted that they're going to do whatever they can to keep control after this show. So now you got another story right off the bat.
Those guys work well together. Akuro Kwan is a really good, smart, like, mouthpiece. Alec Price is just unhinged, and I'm not a huge fan of who's the other guy, Austin Luke. But it works. It just works for them. The five of them cause a lot of havoc, and you can't knock it. So I'm looking forward to the next show where they're gonna take over that show.
Okay, and can we talk about how strong they made Akuro Kwan look in the thing? He got 3 of the elimination himself.
They love that dude. They love that dude over there. They do. It's just he works very well, and he lives in Florida. I think he only wrestles for ETU up here. He doesn't wrestle anywhere else up on the East Coast. So he's a Long Island guy originally, but he lives in Florida now and only does ETU shows. So they just book him right.
Yeah, I sent Andrew a text. I was like, "Hey, where's Braden Toon out of?" Because I knew he was from the South somewhere, and he sent me the Forrest Gump, Alabama. Like, I was fucking rolling. I'm like, God damn it.
He comes up from there for these shows. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's wild, man.
Yep.
That's a trip.
Yep.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think
Toon actually worked Mexico last month too. No,
guy's a big dude flipping around.
So what are we rating this bad boy? I think this is a comeback from their last show for sure.
Yeah,
there's a lot of unexpected surprises for the last show of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give this 4.25 microphone nunchuck out of 5.
I'm doing 4.25 perf shows out of 5.
I'm going to go 4 Josh Bishops out of 5.
Excellent. So now where do we go? We go to plugs.
Next week we will be going back to AIW to Malice in the Palace.
Sweet.
And then we will have our interview to round out the end of the month with Sam Hardway Holloway. Next month, I believe, if they release it in time, we will do Enjoy's last show of 2025. And we will have another AIW show to cover as well. So
sweet.
Actually, we'll have like 2. So, and then maybe an interview at the end of the thing. So maybe we'll get Matt on at the end of next month.
Oh, good. Okay.
So we'll make sure we write down a bunch of questions and have a real solid conversation instead of just winging it.
All
right. Plugs. Jayhawk, you go first as always.
Follow me Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok at RefJayhawk and Blue Sky as well. Instagram Jayhawk1539. I'm going to avoid plugging show for the time being until I get shit taken care of. But yeah.
Charlie_Butters on X, Twitter, whatever you like. Instagram, follow me there. And I don't have anything else really to go up for talk about whatever until next month. So yeah.
All right. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at jgold12. Rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Twitter handle IWGuide1, Blue Sky IWGuide, YouTube.com/IWGuide, Patreon.com/IWGuide. Don't forget about our merch store over at Brainbuster Tees, Gorilla Press Apparel. Hey, Will, our podcast friends, we are part of the Main Event Wrestling Network, the Wrestling Junkies on the Mark Wrestling Podcast, Tino's Time, Blog World Order, our new show, Dusty Finish, and my show, NXT Night Shift, Tuesday nights, 10:15. At Odds with Wrestling, the card is going to change, the Super Fantastic Podcast, and Marks with Mikes. Our other friends, Monsters in the Toy Box, Toy Hio, Rubber City Toys, Neo Pro Wrestling, OKCR Creations, Stash Pages, and Pally's Beef Jerky by our friend Kaplan. That's all I got this week.
Life's short. Watch more indie wrestling.
Don't forget to review and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Find us online at Facebook and Instagram at The Indie Wrestling Guide. And on X or Twitter at IWGuide1.